There are times when the darkest corners of our world reveal things people are not ready to see. Creatures never documented, figures that shouldn't exist, and sights that challenge everything we thought we understood about nature. Today, you will watch the most unbelievable moments that were never meant to be seen. Now this is why you always need to check your surroundings before camping. A man on camping suddenly heard a strange voice, and then, for just a few seconds, he noticed long, sharp claws glinting in the darkness, while the rest of the creature remained hidden. Curious but cautious, he took a few steps closer. And that's when it lunged. Its face was horrifying. A pig-like nose merged with almost human features, framed by long, dark hair. The sight was so disturbing, it seemed like a mythical creature had stepped out of a nightmare. Terrified, he tried to push it away, but the creature was too fast. He ran as quickly as he could, leaving the figure behind. The encounter left him shaken, a warning to anyone venturing into the wild.
Go. Aku berani.
Forest alien. Walking through a forest usually feels calm, but this time, it felt different. A man filming his walk suddenly caught something strange on camera. Deep between the trees, a figure appeared that didn't look human at all. Its limbs were too long, its movements unnatural, and its eyes were all black. For a moment, it felt like the forest was hiding something alive, watching. Some believe it could be a cryptid creature, but when ufologists viewed it, they claimed its appearance matched an extraterrestrial-like alien. After that, many think the forest itself might be a secret base of these outwardly beings. Whatever it was, authorities need to do a search operation to uncover the reality. Horned presence. Some boys were camping in the woods when they saw something that didn't feel right. As they sat near the fire, they noticed a figure standing not too far away. It was on two legs, with a strange face and horns rising from its head. At first, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. It didn't move like any animal they knew, and the way it stood there watching them felt wrong. They stared for a moment, trying to understand what stood before them. The horns made it clear this wasn't something normal. It felt like a demonic presence, silent but aware of them. None of them wanted to stay and find out what it really was. They quickly packed up their things and left the area, knowing some creatures do not like intruders in their territory. Cave creature. This time, Thailand drew attention after a chilling sighting in the woods. A tourist exploring the area stumbled upon a cave, but what he saw inside left him deeply unsettled. A creature slowly emerged, its skull elongated unnaturally, with large, haunting eyes. It did not resemble any known animal. The first thought that crossed his mind was that he had discovered an ancient being, hidden away for centuries, now finally revealing itself. He quickly snapped photos to send to experts. But as the creature moved further into view, fear took over, and he turned back, leaving the cave before it could follow. Let me know what you think. Alligator ambush.
Vocês estão entendendo o quanto de jacaré tem aqui? Ai, meu Deus.
This boy definitely picked the wrong spot for camping in the Amazon. As he woke up late at night and peeked out of his tent, he was shocked. A number of alligators were lying just outside, silently waiting for him to come out. He knew there was no sudden escape. Anything could happen in the Amazon at any moment. Heart racing, he slowly retreated back into his tent. Luckily, he managed to escape that day. Otherwise, those alligators would have made him a part of history.
Eu tô na barraca literalmente pra acampar. Vamos dormir aqui, guys? Teu cu.
Amazon giant fish. A group of fishermen on the Amazon River had a moment they will never forget. While fishing from their small boat, they felt something extremely heavy pulling on their lines. When it finally surfaced, everyone froze. They had caught a giant fish weighing over 300 pounds. The men struggled together just to lift it into the boat. The fish was a pirarucu, one of the largest freshwater fish in the world. Its thick armor-like scales are so strong that even predators struggle to bite through them. Catching a pirarucu is rare and difficult. For these fishermen, it wasn't just a big catch. It was proof of the hidden giant still living in the Amazon's deep waters.
O pirarucu de manejo, que é o seu Luiz Ferreira.
Hybrid river creature. An explorer deep inside the Amazon made an unbelievable catch, and when he shared the footage online, it shocked everyone. The fish looked like some kind of hybrid, or even an alien. In the video, the creature keeps opening and closing the belly area, almost like it was breathing through it. Each time it moved, rows of sharp teeth could be seen inside the stomach region, along with what looked like a single eye staring from the center. The more the camera zoomed in, the stranger it became. A creature that didn't match anything people had seen before. No one has the exact answer to what it truly was. Hybrid menace. A terrifying sight was recorded in a remote Mexican village. Locals gathered in fear when they saw a strange being near their homes. A creature with the face of a human and the legs of a chicken. To the villagers, it was a curse placed by a witch, a punishment on the village for reasons no one could understand. But soon, the truth came out. Investigators discovered it was actually a lab-made hybrid, created in a secret facility near the village that had escaped and begun wandering around, frightening people and causing chaos. A special team arrived, captured the creature, and moved it to an unknown location. What they created was never meant to walk freely among humans, yet it did, for a moment. Mud Beast. Even years later, this forest video continues to terrify viewers. In the woods, an octopus-like creature suddenly emerged from beneath the surface. At first, people thought there might be a hidden lake or pond, but the reality was far stranger. The creature seemed completely new, with long, wriggling limbs. Scientists and cryptid enthusiasts alike have debated its origin, but no clear explanation has surfaced. The forest where it appeared remains a place of mystery, a reminder that some corners of the world still hide life that's beyond imagination. Chupacabra sighting. A man was walking through a quiet town when he heard the sound of a cat crying. He thought a stray needed help, so he followed the noise. But when he reached the spot, he froze. Standing there was not a cat at all. It looked like something not from this planet. Its eyes were strange, and its body seemed wrong. Within seconds, he realized what he was looking at. It was the legendary Chupacabra. Before he could react, the creature rushed toward him and the video cut off. Later, the man said he managed to escape safely. People believe the Chupacabra wandered in from the nearby forest, and ever since that night, the whole town has lived in quiet fear, waiting for its next move. What the? Stag humanoid.
Or fight?
A military person passing through an abandoned area of Serbia spotted a man who looked homeless at first, but something felt off. Then he saw it. Stag horns rising from the man's head. As he moved closer, the truth became clear. The ears were not human. They were deer-like. Suddenly, the figure lunged forward. The video cut out as the military person fled. The incident looked like it was a shapeshifter caught mid-transformation. While to locals, it was an ancient guardian that still protects the mountain and punishes anyone who crosses its territory. Long there even way far to humans on the planet. What do you think this was? Drop your theory in the comments.
You want to go, bud?
Amazon Watcher. A local guide walking through the Amazon in Peru had no idea he was being watched. Near a cave entrance, he noticed something resting in the shadows. It had strong back legs, a long tail, and a snout shaped like a wild dog. The moment he froze, locals knew what it was. They called it the Chulachaki. Stories say this creature has lived in the jungle for centuries. It can copy human voices to trick hunters and pull them deeper into the forest. Villagers even claim they've seen groups of them guarding hidden valleys and ancient ruins. Watching this footage, one thing feels clear. The Amazon's legends may still be alive. Forest Sasquatch. This moment made the wildlife photographer famous. While exploring a dense forest with his camera, he spotted a black, hairy figure standing quietly between the trees. At first, he thought it was just a trick of the shadows, but as he zoomed in, his heart raced. The face looked almost human, yet the body was entirely covered in hair. For a few tense seconds, the figure stared back, unmoving. Experts suggest it could be a hobbit, or Homo floresiensis, while to many locals it was the last member of the cannibal tribe living alone in the forest. Which stance will you buy? Let me know in the comments. Swamp Monster. A fisherman had long heard tales of a terrifying creature lurking in the murky waters of a local swamp. Curious and determined to witness it for himself, he set a chicken on the dock as bait and waited from a hidden spot nearby. After a tense few moments, a strange figure rose from the water. Its body was covered in thick, matted hair, and its face was terrifying. The creature moved slowly, pausing as if sizing up its surroundings, before seizing the chicken and disappearing back into the depths without a trace. It looked like something out of a legend, a true swamp monster. Locals warn that the area is cursed, claiming that anyone who tries to hunt or disturb the creature vanishes into the water, never to be seen again. Green alien head. A sweeper working deep inside a forest expected nothing more than fallen leaves and broken branches. Instead, he saw a green, head-shaped object lying openly on the ground. It looked placed, as if someone wanted it to be found. The shape resembled a classic alien head. Smooth surface, large eye sockets, and an unnatural green color that didn't match stone or wood. There were even strange markings on the head. Aliens may have left a deliberate clue behind, marking the forest as a place already visited or watched. Beast in truck. Trucks on the road usually carry goods, but one late-night sighting revealed a terrifying passenger. In Indonesia, a traveler noticed a black, furry beast hiding in the back of a truck heading toward the city. Its creepy appearance made him believe it wasn't just an animal, but possibly a spirit. He tried speaking to it, hoping to calm the moment. Instead, the creature slowly turned, stared straight at him, and pointed with long, sharp claws, almost like it was trying to speak back. The video cuts off right there, and for many who watched it, that was enough to feel that some things are better left unseen. River creature. A tourist near a quiet pond noticed movement in the shallow water and stopped in confusion. Crawling slowly was a bizarre creature no one around could identify. At first glance, it looked a bit like a crab, but the body shape, legs, and movement didn't fully match anything familiar. People nearby gathered, trying to guess what it was, but no one had a clear answer. Some started calling it an alien creature, because it simply didn't fit any known pond animal. Until now, its true identity remains unknown. What do you think it really was? Pine squid.
On any of the tentacles. You do want to stay back mating season, these guys will.
Researchers in the Northwest claim they have spotted the North American pine squid, a creature said to have squid-like tentacles, yet it moves through trees instead of the ocean. Witnesses describe it as silent, almost invisible, perfectly blending with branches and leaves. Some believe it could be an undiscovered species, while others dismiss it as an old legend. So far, no one has captured one or provided concrete evidence. But with new sightings continuing to emerge, the question pops up: could these strange creatures actually be returning to the forests?
And you know it's illegal because there's no red on any of the tentacles.
Bat monster. A local noticed what looked like a small bird ready to take off. But when he moved closer, the truth was far more unsettling. It wasn't a bird at all. It looked like a strange creature with bat-like features, a flat face, and no clear snout. Its body barely moved, and its eyes stayed shut, as if it was too weak to react. The sighting happened near the Amazon, a place known for hiding life forms we still don't understand. Many now believe this could be a species of bat never recorded before. Researchers are studying the video closely, trying to figure out what it could be. Cursed bottle spirit. A man exploring the Amazon jungle found an old glass bottle buried deep in the soil. Curious, he brushed away the dirt and froze. Inside was a tiny, twisted figure with wings, something between a demon and a dark fairy, sitting as if it had been sealed there on purpose. After opening the bottle, mysterious activities began happening around him. Realizing something was wrong, he believed the creature had been released. Terrified, he decided to bury the bottle again. Some things aren't meant to be uncovered, and once they are, they don't leave quietly. Tiny humanoid skeleton. A woodcutter found a fallen nest on the forest ground, broken by wind or age. When he looked inside, he noticed a bizarre, tiny skeleton. It wasn't shaped like a bird or any small animal he recognized. The skull looked oddly humanoid, with thin limbs arranged almost like arms and legs. The size was small, no bigger than a hand, which made the discovery even more unsettling. No officials ever confirmed what it was, leaving people to quietly wonder how a nest ended up holding something that didn't seem earthly at all. Rare snail. People who work deep inside the Amazon say you rarely see things like this twice in a lifetime. While moving through the rainforest soil, someone came across a massive slug, nearly a foot long, slowly crawling through the ground. Its size alone made people stop and stare. Locals believe this is one of those once-in-a-million sightings, a rare giant snail species that stays hidden for decades. No doubt, Amazon can always surprise you when you least expect it. Hidden tunnels.
Oh! There's a flashlight in my backpack.
A group of friends out for a weekend hike in a dense forest stumbled upon something that felt like stepping back in time. Beneath layers of overgrowth and forest debris, they discovered a network of underground tunnels with rusted iron ladders leading straight down into darkness.
This is insane. Oh!
Though the forest seemed peaceful above, these tunnels were part of a forgotten military bunker system from a past conflict. Researchers and local historians suggest they were Cold War-era fallout shelters, built to protect soldiers during emergencies. Locals say that at night, eerie voices can still be heard echoing through the forest, as if the soldiers never truly left.
I'm not going down the ladder.
No, absolutely not.
And this flashlight is
Nature spirits.
Anjing! Mapur anjing! Wait!
In Indonesia, tourists exploring a village were startled when they noticed fire around the trees. But moments later, they realized the flames were moving through the air on their own. How is it possible, right? Well, locals whispered that this was the work of witches, their spirits traveling in fireball form across the skies. In another chilling incident, a construction worker discovered a strange hole at his site.
There's a fire inside the rocks.
Flames flickered from within, like a doorway to something sinister. As he zoomed in, he realized he had stumbled upon something he should never have touched. Terrified, he ran. But since that day, strange occurrences have followed him, as if whatever lived there is not finished. Two separate incidents, yet both send the same chilling warning that darkness is closer than you think. Stay alert, because you never know when you will encounter it. Tree movement. In 2023, explorers venturing into a dense forest stumbled upon a strange and unsettling sight. The trees around them weren't just swaying in the wind. They seemed to be moving at their bases, as if something beneath the ground was pushing them upward. Confused and alarmed, the explorers reported the phenomenon. Later, experts explained that recent heavy rains had saturated the soil so much that it could no longer fully support the tree's roots. This caused the trunks to shift and wiggle, creating the illusion that the forest was breathing. It was a spooky moment, yet another reminder of how nature can create moments that feel almost supernatural. Griffin encounter. Legends say the oldest and deepest places on Earth are guarded by creatures from myth. But in Serra do Divisor National Park, this might be true. A park ranger, taking photos for a wildlife survey, captured a massive, winged figure. At first glance, it looked like a griffin, the legendary beast with the body of a lion and the head and wings of an eagle. The ranger watched in surprise as the creature walked with majestic grace, raising his camera to record every moment. But when he went on a search operation, it was never seen again. Investigators are now debating, could such a legendary species have survived in the Amazon for centuries, or was it something else entirely? Quatravian predator. Now this viral video is driving researchers and wildlife enthusiasts crazy. In the deepest reaches of Peru's Madre de Dios region, a professional wildlife photographer captured a video that didn't just win awards, they changed his life forever. He came across a green-feathered bird, nearly 6 feet tall, often called the Quatravian by locals. What makes it terrifying is its movement. Instead of hopping or flying, it stalked the forest floor with the heavy, muscular gait of a predatory beast. Its thick, dinosaur-like legs and powerful talons gave it an almost prehistoric presence. Since the video went public, the area has been quietly restricted for environmental research, and the photographer has never returned. Giant prehistoric bone.
Esto es un hueso. Es un hueso.
A man walking through a quiet, rural area suddenly came across something that stopped him in his tracks. Lying openly on the ground was a massive bone, far larger than anything you'd expect to see in nature today. It stretched for several feet, thick and heavy, looking more like it belonged to a prehistoric giant than a modern animal. Some believe it could be the remains of a dinosaur, a giant reptile, or even a dragon-like creature spoken of in ancient myths. Authorities were later seen securing the area and removing the bone for analysis. Scientists are now continuing their research, but no official explanation has been released yet.
No sé qué tantos metros medirá, pero es un hueso.
Strange snakes. In a shallow stream, tourists standing near spotted a strange creature gliding inside. It had a colorful bird-like head and long, scaled body of a snake. People watching the clip were shocked. Some say it's a rare mutation. Others believe it may be a completely undiscovered species that has been living quietly in remote waterways. A few even fear it was altered and released on purpose. And this isn't the first time. On the 8th of September 2022, a farmer reported finding a horned snake in his field, with real horn-shaped bumps on its head. Both sightings left people wondering the same thing. Maybe our world still hides creatures science hasn't even begun to explain. Hidden tribe.
São povo que nunca tiveram contato com ninguém, com nenhuma sociedade.
A drone flying over the Brazilian Amazon recently captured a rare and powerful sight. Below, an isolated tribe with no known contact with the outside world was seen moving near simple thatched structures. One figure was clearly carrying a spear or long pole, calmly walking through the forest as if unaware of the modern world watching from above. After the footage surfaced, it was identified as the uncontacted Awa tribe. A local man explained that these people have lived there for centuries without contact, surviving quietly in the heart of the forest. For over 500 years, they've faced threats from loggers, hunters, farmers, and outsiders. Experts in groups like Survival International warn that contact could endanger their lives, as isolation is their last protection.
E são povo que são perseguidos, né? Mais de 519 anos, né?
Marooned whale.
Do tamanho do animal.
On the island of Marajó, near Araruna Beach in Brazil, locals came across something that didn't belong there. Deep inside the jungle, far from the ocean, lay a massive marine animal. It was resting in a muddy mangrove, surrounded by thick trees. Experts later said it was a young whale, about 6 feet wide and only a year old. They believe it had already passed away at sea and was somehow carried inland by strong tides and waves. Still, the distance it traveled makes the discovery hard to explain. How something so large ended up there remains a mystery, one that nature hasn't fully answered yet.
Onde aqui nós encontramos uma baleia.
Alien pond form.
É porque eu acho que... Cara, solta ele pra ele ver aqui na gravação.
A young man filming near a muddy pond captured something that instantly confused viewers online. Just beneath the surface, a strange creature drifted slowly through the water. It didn't look like a fish, and it didn't move like a crab either. Its shape was uneven, almost alien.
E aí? Não parece pedaço de...
With a dark, folded body gliding on its own. People nearby couldn't identify it, and the video quickly spread with questions. Some suggested it could be a rare freshwater ray or an unknown species. Others believe it's something not yet documented. The clip ends before the creature disappears.
Que é isso aqui? Não parece uma...
Deceased chupacabra.
Estamos aqui no meio da mata, ó. Achei lobisomem morto.
Explorers near a dense forest came across a lifeless creature that stopped them in their tracks. Lying across the road was a massive, brown-colored body. Its sharp teeth were still visible, giving it a terrifying look. At first, they assumed it was just an animal that had passed away, but the appearance felt wrong, too unnatural. It matched old descriptions of the chupacabra told in local legends. They didn't plan on this discovery at all, but now they had seen it, and that sight stayed stuck in their minds long after they left.
Nunca tinha visto uma porra dessa na minha vida.
Mysterious hybrid. A farmer working in his fields froze when he noticed a giant creature moving through the crops. It wasn't anything he had seen before. The animal had a long, heavy body, strong limbs, and a thick tail almost as long as the rest of it. It moved slowly, heading straight toward the nearby forest. The farmer called it a mystery monster. Some villagers wondered if it could be a Komodo dragon, somehow far from its natural home. When wildlife experts heard the details, even they were confused, suggesting it might be a rare hybrid, leaving the sighting unexplained and deeply unsettling. Snake Man. A brave explorer ventured deep into the forest, hoping to capture footage of a wild animal. But what he saw was far stranger than anything he expected. Right on the path ahead, a creature emerged, its lower body twisting like a snake, while the upper half looked entirely human. A living blend of man and serpent, something that should not exist. The creature did not strike. It simply remained there, watching him with an unsettling stillness. The sight made no sense at all. Was it a terrifying experiment, a rare mutation, or an undiscovered being? Choosing caution, the explorer left the area immediately. Later, he learned that half-man, half-snake creatures have appeared in myths for centuries, often linked to transformation and mystery. Sigbin sighting. A quiet neighborhood in the Philippines was shaken when a strange creature was seen hiding near plants and pipes outside a home. At first, some thought it was just a stray cat or raccoon, but when people looked closer, fear set in. It looked like a sigbin. In local folklore, the sigbin is a creepy creature said to look like a mix of a dog and a goat. It's known to move in strange ways and bring bad luck wherever it appears. Once the sighting spread, panic followed. Neighbors stayed alert, locking doors and windows, afraid the creature might return. Whatever it was, no one wanted it anywhere near their home. Colossal anaconda. Deep in a river in Brazil, villagers witnessed something unbelievable. A massive snake moved silently through the water, and as it came closer, they realized it was an anaconda, far larger than any they had seen before. Some claimed it stretched close to 50 feet. Anacondas are known to grow large, but this one felt almost ancient. Similarly, construction workers spotted another giant snake rising near their worksite. It stood tall, forcing everyone to back away. 2 different locations. One terrifying mystery. How many giants are still hiding in the wild? Giant serpent. After hearing countless stories about the Amazon and its strange creatures, a team of researchers finally ventured deep into the forest. High above the tree, they spotted a giant snake coiled around the branches of a tree, its enormous body stretched across the branches. The sheer size of the serpent left the team terrified, and the way it rested so perfectly among the leaves gave it an almost mythical presence. Witnessing such a creature in its natural habitat felt like stepping into a world untouched by time. Titanoboa discovery. In the middle of the jungle, researchers stumbled upon a massive, decaying carcass lying across the forest floor. At first, it looked like a huge snake, but as they got closer, the terrifying truth became clear. This was no ordinary serpent. It was a Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever live, thought to have been extinct for over 58 million years. The sheer size of its body left the team in shock. This discovery adds weight to other reports of prehistoric creatures like Congo raptors still roaming remote forests. The jungles of Earth, it seems, are far older and wilder than we imagined, still hiding giants from a long-lost world. Jungle visitor. A security guard at a remote jungle rest house was checking the CCTV during his midnight shift when he saw something that froze him in fear. Just a few feet from the entrance stood a being unlike any animal in the forest. Its body was bulky and strange, with long tentacles resembling those of a snail. The video cut off before anyone could see more, leaving the creature unidentified. Later, villagers who watched the footage believed it was a forest crawler, a cryptid said to hunt their animals. After this sighting, the rest house was later closed to visitors. Crawling cryptid. A tourist enjoying a quiet day at a lake captured footage of a crawling creature that left everyone baffled. At first, he thought it was a giant crab, but as it moved closer, its monstrous features became clear. It has multiple long jointed legs and a hard, shell-like back, moving with precision. Its appearance doesn't match any known local crab species. Soon, experts analyzed the video and suggested it could be an overgrown horseshoe crab or a rare mutation. Things took a turn when mythical researchers called it a crawling cryptid, emerging from deep underground caves or volcanic vents. Researchers are now investigating nearby Messiah volcano, hoping to uncover whether this is a new species or a prehistoric survivor. Titan skull. A strange discovery on Google Maps has left many people shaken. Deep inside Brazil's Amazon, at Serra do Acará State Park, satellite images appear to show a massive skull buried in the jungle floor. The shape is hard to ignore. It looks far too large to belong to anything known. If the image is real, the creature it came from would have stood nearly 200 feet tall, towering over the forest like a forgotten giant. What makes it even stranger is that no one has been able to reach the spot on foot. The location shifts, as if the jungle itself hides it. The Titan remains a silent, haunting guardian of the Amazon. Four-legged. During a routine night patrol, a forest official unknowingly stepped into a restricted no zone. At first, he thought an animal had crossed his path and kept recording. But later, while replaying the footage, something felt wrong. It was four-legged, but not any known animal. Here is the catch. This forest was already linked to strange sightings and had been sealed off before. But after this encounter, authorities labeled it a red zone for real. Something out there didn't want to be seen. Hidden primate. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, explorers began noticing a strange creature in a tree. At first glance, it didn't look like any animal people were familiar with. Later, researchers identified it as Mittermeier's tapachos saki, a rare animal found only in certain parts of Brazil. Males have black fur with striking orange and white markings, while females appear more gray. It lives high in the trees, rarely coming down. Because it lives in remote forests and faces habitat loss, few people ever see it, making every sighting feel like a glimpse into the Amazon's hidden world. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.